Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today it is a very important day. We're discussing about the US government going against LBRY. That's right, the decentralized social media platform that I've been using for about a year now that's been paying me free LBRY credits every single month, and they've recently pumped up, so I'm going to get $100 this month in a week or two. It has posted a pretty terrifying message that the SEC has gotten involved because LBRY is potentially a security. Now, this is an issue because if the SEC decides that something is a security, then they will try and prosecute anybody who is not following the rules and doesn't have a license and is selling securities as investments to US citizens. However, since it is a decentralized social media platform, they've posted a message not to worry. So the individuals who are using LBRY, and such as me, influencers who are getting paid, and even if you just log in, you're able to get paid in LBRY credits. It's not going to be a big amount, but any amount that you make, if you are a US citizen, normally you'd have to be a little bit afraid that, hey, they try and take this. Since it's a decentralized platform, you don't have to worry, nothing's going to happen to it, but it's more of a precedent. What happens depending on the ruling for other cryptocurrency projects that are similar to LBRY, other social media platforms that are trying to be decentralized, other decentralized projects such as DeFi projects. So this is pretty worrying news. Let's discuss today about LBRY, the US government, and what to make of this. So let's get right into it. So what's interesting is that LBC's price is all over the place, but currently it's down actually 34.2%. However, it looks super unnatural what's been going on. So I guess the news is back and forth, but probably there's a fair amount of shorting anyways. So if we go to Decrypt, our good old trusted website, the SEC is suing LBRY for over $11 million in token sales. Why? Because they didn't register their securities offering. LBRY, decentralized publishing platform that claims 10 million users, hey, that's a great number right there, facilitated its operations via LBC, which are blockchain-based tokens. In the SEC complaint filed today, LBRY has received more than 11 million in US dollars, Bitcoin, and services from purchasers who participated in its offering. It's in violation of the Securities Act of 1933. LBRY used the capital it raised from sales of LBC to pay for the operational costs to grow the LBRY network, which, as LBRY publicly represented, would cause the price of LBC held by investors to appreciate. Now, this was from a long time ago because this is a project that's actually a few years old. And if we go back, it was started before July 2016. Of course, this was when the price of LBC went to live. But for a project that, here's the bull run 2017, 2018, for something that's getting close to the age of Ethereum, it's been around for quite a while now. Because LBRY was the largest holder of LBC, it also expected to profit from any appreciation in value of LBC. It's seeking a permanent injunction against the company and its employees, as well as civil penalties and disgorgement. So let's see what LBRY has to say about this. And this was front page news. Over 10,000 people saw it. Help LBRY save cryptocurrency. Today, the SEC Commission filed a complaint. LBRY Inc. has been preparing to fight this case for 3 full years, which is how long the SEC has been investigating this matter. We wanted to tell you sooner, but transparency in ongoing investigations is not welcomed by the SEC. And they made their own website, LBRY, the SEC, and the Future of Crypto, which are going to be linked down below. What is the big deal? They also made a video to explain it, and this is through Odyssey, but Odyssey and LBRY, they're basically changing their name from LBRY to Odyssey. It's all the same, so if you have an account on LBRY, it's going to be available on Odyssey, and you're still going to be using LBC. A great video was made about this, but the SEC is advancing an aggressive and disastrous new standard that would make almost all blockchain token securities. So this has been going on since the ICO days, and a lot of projects were suffering from this. Classifying all actively developed blockchain tokens as securities will be a bureaucratic nightmare for the US. And that's why a lot of exchanges, that's why a lot of ICOs, that's why a lot of cryptocurrency companies just didn't want to deal with this. And they have a separate website for American customers, or they're not dealing with American customers at all. So just like in America, they're blocking EU registrations and EU addresses, and you need an American IP address, but sometimes you can't even use a VPN, but that's due to GDPR and that's a completely different ballgame. The same thing is happening for cryptocurrency projects, except they're blocking only US traffic and maybe China, because China also banned ICOs back in the day. But still, under this new standard, almost any token is a security, including Ethereum. This change will make it much harder for startups to form new blockchain companies, cause massive job losses, and stunt the development of a critical new technology. And I actually agree with this. The LBRY network is decentralized and it's not at risk. For users of the LBRY protocol and applications, your channels, content, and token holdings are not at risk. Even in an unlikely scenario in which we lose, the LBRY protocol will live on and the work will continue. Are the LBC safe? Yes, they're completely yours. The government can't take them away, just like with Bitcoin. Is LBRY network in danger? Well, it is decentralized and it's going to be very, very difficult to take it down. Hundreds of people across 6 continents contributed to LBRY last year. Even in the scenario that LBRY Inc. is literally destroyed by the SEC, the LBRY project will still continue. So what are the specific charges? The SEC believes that at a minimum, the following transactions were unregistered securities offerings. $10,000 worth of credit sales to Shapeshift in July of 2016, several $100,000 worth of credit sales to Flipside Crypto in 2017 and 18, despite Flipside explicitly saying they're for use on the network, and several $1 million worth of credit sales on exchanges over a period of several years, only after the LBRY protocol was completely functional and had been in use for over a year, and always a small portion of private sales. So it's nothing that crazy. When you compare this to other projects, I mean, this is super small. This is super small, and it is a fully functioning decentralized social media platform that also pays out its content creators. It's functioning. It's better than BitChute. So I kind of don't get it, you know? Now, if we go to this website, we're able to see they're being fully transparent about the whole situation. Quarterly credit reports, and you can see it goes all the way back to 2016. For example, if we click on the report, we're able to see exactly what has happened. So we have allocated approximately 2 million LBC across these categories, a bounty program with rewards varying from 10,000 LBC, 1 to 5 LBC for referrals. And every single month it changes how much rewards you get, how much the content creators get, the influencers such as we're going to stop receiving rewards as the network grows. So all these small little changes are reported, and here's the balance sheet. As you can see, for example, Q3 2018, community, operational and institutional, and we can see how much there was and what we ended with and the cold wallet balance. So, you know, it is definitely helpful. They didn't have to do it, but obviously they want to fight it. What defenses will LBRY Inc. assert to defeat the lawsuit? We do not believe that the LBRY token is a security subject. It's a commodity that facilitates the LBRY protocol, which thereby allows individuals to publish content, purchase content, tip creators, and boost content. SEC claims that the LBRY credits lack sufficient utility and are not purchased for reasons of usage, which contradicts the facts and history of experience on the LBRY platform. Has anyone alleged harms or damages? Despite LBRY being used by millions of people, to our knowledge, not a single person has alleged harm or damage. Who are they represented by? Well, some law firms, Keith Miller and Adam Schuman. He is a former SEC enforcement lawyer, and Adam is a former federal prosecutor, named by Business Insider as 2 of the top 20 cryptocurrency lawyers in the country. The trial will likely not be resolved in 2021. And what's the cost been to LBRY Inc.? They've spent more than $1 million on legal fees and several thousand of hours of team member time on this case. Why is this case unusual compared to other cases the SEC has brought? The SEC is not alleging fraud. There have been no ICOs. There's no breaches in fiduciary duties. At no time were LBC credits supposed to be an investment. And like, seriously, as a user of the platform and as someone who's gotten paid by LBRY and LBC credits, I saw no reason to invest in the LBRY other than to invest it into the platform so you're able to get paid out more. But that works as many other platforms do. It's just the same across all decentralized social media platforms, just like Steemit. Steemit had the same thing, and Steemit was actually much bigger. So the more Steem dollars, the more Steem you had, the more you were able to make with it because you're a whale. So obviously, you know, if the more involved you were, but you didn't need to purchase it. Just like, you know, let's go over here. Let me show you. So this is how it works like. There we go. It's being retired in favor of Odyssey. We're able to see how much LBC I have, currently immediately spendable. And if we go to our channel, we're able to see that we'll get 350. Oh, that was reduced. Man, It was usually 350. All right, well, that's okay. Like we were discussing about, they've been reducing it as the price of LBRY has been increasing, but even 2 days ago it was 350. That's all right. It is still free. You can't complain too much. 150 times, let's just say 0.2, that's going to be 30 bucks. Oh man, that's a shame. But you can see that they're going to pay 8 for friend invites. You get something for just being a YouTuber. Pretty soon I'm going to get 50 for just watching 10 content pieces per day. You get a daily watch reward, and that's been going on every single day. So every single day I log in, and this is for getting amount of fans, and we can see how much rewards I've been able to get. There we go, 350. That was last March 13th. 37, that was just from view tips. There was another 350. Here was 316, 350. There were small little differences here and there, but as you can see, I was getting a fair amount of LBC. So hundreds and hundreds of dollars, not too much, but for something that you don't have to spend too much time with, hey, it's a good investment. So I used to have another channel as well, and there we go. There was 1 month where I had over 1,050, so that's not too bad. There we go. This one was pretty crazy. This was, as you can see, they changed the rewards. So the larger the platform grows, the more users that they have to reduce these rewards. It's a shame, I wish, but also if I was getting the same amount, let's just see, 500 times 0.2, that would be over 100 bucks. If it was at the 0.29, that would be almost 150 bucks that it was almost at not too long ago. So did LBRY make an attempt to settle? Yes, the SEC declined to offer any terms. Did LBRY asked how to operate legally? We repeatedly asked the SEC for guidance. The SEC said they could not tell us how to operate legally, but could only tell us that we were breaking the law. That's great. What are the implications for the blockchain and tech industry? The implications of this case are extremely dire for the blockchain and tech industry in the US. The SEC is alleging that any entity that transfers a blockchain token while simultaneously working or funding work on it is performing a security offering. Under that standard, every blockchain technology, every single one that is currently actively developed, faces existential threats, so long as that development is either funded by a token holder, even if indirectly, or if the developers themselves hold a token. Yeah, that's like every single project. This case is also chilling for the startup scene in the US. We've acted in extremely good faith, and the SEC, well, they haven't really been helping out. Will LBC distribution rewards program or anything else change as a result of this case? We do not expect any of these programs to change. Some exchanges may choose to no longer allow US customers, and there's ways how you can support it. Now you might be wondering, well, wait, the LBC structure for creators has changed and also the rewards have changed, but there is that's a separate issue, and they have been transparent about that, but I just haven't been following it lately. So I had no idea that it just changed, but that's all right. As I said, the platform is growing. It used to have 1 million followers. Now it has over 10 million users, followers. And as it grows, it needs more money. It needs to distribute the LBC more evenly between everybody. So in this case, I can't complain. Free money is free money. As someone who is both a user and a content producer for LBRY, sure, it's a little unfortunate that they have to spend a lot of money, and I know how much these lawyer fees can cost in America. It is crazy, and they're not lying when they say $1 million. This stuff can take a long time. It can take a lot of money, and that's why you see sometimes celebrities or individual users begging for money or crowd funds, because it's just crazy. So hopefully they're able to win this case against the SEC, because it's not just this project. It's Steemit, it's Publish 0x, it's there's hundreds and hundreds of platforms that aren't just decentralized social media platforms, but DeFi and exchanges and ICOs and security token offerings and everything will have to change in order to, if it depends on if the LBRY versus SEC case goes positively or negatively. If it goes negatively, they're going to have to change their laws, and probably most of these projects are not going to be able to work with the US and their citizens. So that's not great. There is one workaround, and that's the same thing that I've been doing for all these years. I don't know if it's technically all good, but it's been working. If you are a dual citizen, and then if you're in Europe or Asia, you can just log in and register on all these exchanges with your second passport. But obviously that's not going to work for all US citizens, and it's just a pretty shameful process. So I do support LBRY. It's not a great situation. I wish them all the best. And, even though my rewards have been cut in half, I'm pretty sure it's been affected now at this point because they kind of need the money. So that is that. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, thank you for surpassing over 700 subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, comment down your opinion, what you think of this. And I think right now it's the last few hours that you're able to get that free NFT. We've gotten a heck of amount of views on the last video and on that video, over 500. So thank you very much. If you haven't made a crypto.com account yet, I still think it's possible to get that free NFT. To all those asking when are you going to get it, it still hasn't come out yet. So only after the 31st of March, after you've created an account. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for them to distribute. It might be worth something, it might not, but that is that. So thanks for watching. See you guys again tomorrow. Daily uploads. Bye.